I'm in the airport and I'm just ending my 3-week trip to Western Canada. I was visiting friends and family on Vancouver Island and then touring around Vancouver Island for a little bit on my own. And I decided that since I'm in the Western Canada area, I should add a couple of days in Calgary so that I could go visit the mountains in Banff. So I've had 2 days here. Initially, I was thinking I'd rent a car and do the exploring on my own, but then I realized that I wasn't really familiar with the roads and I didn't know exactly which places I should be going, and it was much easier to arrange excursions on both days. One that would take me to Drumheller, which is northeast of Calgary, and then another day to go to the mountains in Banff, to about an hour and a half to the west. Both of those trips worked out really well. The Drumheller experience was from about 9 to 5. It's about an hour and a half drive. And we went to several of the geological areas around there, Horseshoe Canyon and the Hoodoos and a suspension bridge across the Red Deer River. I'm currently outside of Drumheller at a place that is called the Hoodoos, and it's a really interesting spot. We're surrounded by layers of rock and hills and sandstone, and here it's incredible to think about the many, many years it's taken for this to build up. Sometimes we walk along on the top of the soil and we really don't think of what's underneath it. I think this trip around Drumheller has made me think about the millions of years it's taken for all this to build up. It's almost incomprehensible. And then the main feature was a visit to the Royal Tyrrell Museum, which is absolutely incredible. It's got a lot of information about how things have evolved here and evolution in general. And really, it's a trip through time over millions of years. There are a lot of things about dinosaurs, particularly the dinosaurs that lived in this area 75 million years ago. And there are even bones and skeletons that are the original bones of these 73 million year old dinosaurs. And that's really incredible to me, to be able to look at the real bones of extinct animals that lived here 73 to 75 million years ago. It made me feel very small and emphasized how ephemeral our lives really are. That wasn't a bad thing. And it also made me wonder what it's going to be like a million years from now on Earth. On the second day, it was a trip to the Banff area, and that was actually incredible as well. It's about an hour and a half in the other direction, and at this time of year, the mountains are all snow-covered, and we had a really bright, sunny day, and it was beautiful. We went to Tujak Lake and to Lake Minnewanka and Lake Louise, and spent the noon hour and had lunch in Banff. Today I'm on an excursion with a group of people out of Calgary to the Banff National Park, and we've stopped at Lake Minnewanka and Tujak Lake and are going to Lake Louise. And it's lunchtime now, and we're just in the town of Banff, which is nestled amongst the mountains. It's a gorgeous setting, and it's been a great day. Late April, about 10 degrees Celsius, sunshine, clear sky. What more could you ask for? That was a longer day. I didn't get back till about 7:30 at night, but it was a really well-organized trip, and it's always good when you're traveling alone to be able to talk to some other folks from other parts of the world while you're traveling as well. I'll put links to the excursion operators that I used. They were both very good, and I'd highly recommend them if you're in this area and looking for an excursion. So that pretty well ends my trip. I'm just waiting for my plane home to Toronto. It's been a successful vacation, and I was able to combine some family and friend visits with a lot of exploring on my own. It was the perfect solo travel adventure for a senior.